Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to give you my 1 month of usage of the Galaxy Note 8. I wanted to make an actual review when I got it and an unboxing, but I just didn't get to making the video itself. But now after having used the phone for a month now, I can give you guys a good review on my experience with the phone itself. Alright guys, let's get to it. Alright, the first thing to mention about a Note device always is the size. This phone really is a beast. We're talking a 6.2 inch screen, Quad HD Plus S AMOLED screen. Having mentioned that it's a QHD Plus screen is kind of funny because out of the box it isn't set on it though. They put it on Full HD Plus, which is 2200 by 1080, which still looks great, but you're buying a phone with QHD Plus, so you're definitely going to want to use it. I do actually understand why they do that, probably to conserve the battery and make it last longer, but still, I didn't actually buy a phone with this great of a screen to not fully utilize it. Also, one of the big advantages of having such a big screen is the way you actually consume media. Like watching a video on YouTube or an actual movie is just a treat. It really immerses you, and with the QHD screen, everything looks real crisp and nice to watch. It's an overall real nice experience with the Note 8. Having spoken about the screen size itself, I also have to mention immediately the actual size of the entire phone, which I'm gonna be honest, is just huge. My mindset in the beginning before buying this was like, I don't mind a big phone, probably won't bother me too much. I've had other big phones, but I do have to be honest, this is a huge phone. You will notice in multiple situations that it's a really big phone and it might be a little bit cumbersome. Also, the back is made completely out of glass, but as you can see is I put a dragon scale wrap on it from D Brands, which really looks nice. Also gives it a lot more grip and just overall just looks real cool. So really keep in mind this is definitely a two-handed phone. Like I can kind of use it with one hand in some situations, definitely just typing something real quick, but as soon as I really need to go to the top, the bottom, maybe change an app, yeah, I'll definitely need the other hand just to do that. So keep that in mind when trying to get this phone. Another thing to mention is the button placement. The power button is still on the right side, a little bit high for my hand size, but it's nothing too difficult to get used to. On the other hand, we have on the left side the volume up and down button. Again, a little bit high, you get used to it real quick. But then the last and the third button, which is the actual Bixby button. And I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the most useless things I've seen on the phone right here, because I don't use Bixby like at all, so this is kind of a useless button. They did luckily give you the option to disable the button itself and not open up Bixby immediately, because a lot of times when I grab my phone out of my pocket, I would accidentally press it and it would open up Bixby, which is a minor inconvenience, but still you'd rather not have it at all. So I really hope that Samsung comes out with something just so that you'll be able to remap the button itself through their own apps. Also, another thing concerning the size itself is this fingerprint reader. First, again, before buying it, I thought like, nah, that's probably not that big of a deal. I heard people say like it's way out of place, like you really have to reach for it, but I thought like, how bad could it really be to actually turn it on or just lift up your finger over here? And I'm gonna be honest, actually it is really kind of a hassle. Having put the actual wrap on it did help a lot though. First of all, without the wrap, I couldn't really distinguish really that easily about where the actual fingerprint reader was, but with the actual wrap, it's way easier. So again, another real good reason to actually get a wrap. First of all, the actual glass was like a fingerprint magnet. It smudges real easily. So yeah, it's almost like this is almost it's almost necessary to get a wrap with this, or maybe a case, because it just makes everything a lot easier, especially with the fingerprint reader. Also, having spoken about unlocking the phone, is one of the other things you can use is an actual face detection or iris scanner, which to be honest works really well. You just get a little bit of a iris scanner. Well, there you go, say hello to the camera. But the thing is, it works real fast and it's easy. So even if you really don't want to use it, I would suggest just using the iris or face scanner, which works most of the times. The only time I maybe had a little bit of problems with it was when there was too much sunlight, and also depending on the direction. But other than that, every time it worked. So basically the face detection iris scanner kind of saves this from the fingerprint reader, but still Most people are still used to this and really want to use it, so keep that also in mind. Also, right there next to the fingerprint scanner, you have the dual lens system, which really gives you amazing pictures, and also because of the optical image stabilization, works a lot better in low light situations. So what's really cool about having these dual lenses is that the primary lens is a f1.7 camera and the second one is an f2.4 telephoto lens, which gives you the feature to zoom in double as much without really losing any quality. Having these two lenses also gave them the ability to make the new feature called live focus. So basically what the feature does is it takes two pictures with both cameras with different focuses, giving you the option to just change around it. So you'll take a picture of something in the foreground and the background, and that way you can blur the background. The cool thing about live focus though is you can actually change the amount of focus you want in the back, which is really cool and really gives it that DSLR look that you'd like to have. Also, when speaking about a Note device, there's one feature that really stands out among these devices, and that's the actual S Pen, which is a cool feature. But having said that, I really noticed that after a week, I just straight up didn't use the pen at all. It does have some awesome features, like as soon as you take out the pen itself out of the phone, immediately it starts up this little wheel of options which you have. You can disable or enable all of these and switch them around, like create a note, view all notes, smart select. The only ones I really used, at least try to use, is the translate function, which is kind of iffy. It doesn't always 100% works. It also doesn't really select a whole phrase sometimes. There's still a little bit of bugs in there, but it's still a cool feature to have by itself. And again, like, using the pen is real smooth, there's no problems with it at all, but I just don't use it at all. Like, I'm not someone that really likes to doodle. I don't actually like to take notes with the pen itself. So it's a cool feature to have. Maybe there's some apps that it could be used for, but I myself just don't really use it that much. Another real important thing to mention about this phone is the actual battery life. It packs a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which for myself has been proven to be plenty. Normally after using it a complete day, right about the time when I go to bed, it still has around 22%, which is pretty decent. I would love it if it actually could go 2 days, but that's asking, I think, a little bit too much right now, especially seeing how I'm kind of an active user. I do watch YouTube and game a little bit on the phone, so the fact that it can go a full day and still have some juice left is actually pretty great. And I also know about the fact that the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus has a bigger battery than this one, but that's probably just because of what happened with the old Note 7 and his battery, and also maybe because of the pen that actually goes inside of here. I'm not sure completely why that is, but I don't really mind the battery size. It's plenty enough, and overall I'm really happy with the way it's been performing, so that's great. Alright guys, that was my review for the Galaxy Note 8. It's been a while since I made a video, but more are coming. Hopefully I'm gonna really try to produce some more videos and hopefully get them out to you. So please like, subscribe, comment down below, and maybe tell me what kind of product you would like me to review. Alright guys, I hope to see you soon. Peace.